Right, hey guys. So, I finished the ZoZo phenomenon last night. Incredible book, incredible. So, here is my review. I'm gonna try to do it as best as I can because I am terribly freaking sick. So I will be going to the doctor later. Okay, so basically, the whole entire book. I'm going to just go through really quick the chapters. The first chapter is the dark side of the board. Well, part one is Darren's story. So it just goes into basically how he found the board, how he had found this, I think 1800s Ouija board buried, and there were 4 black crows in preserved jars around the board. And so his story it's seriously incredible. It's an incredible story, and it just goes into like the dark side of the board, and just really everything that we have heard, everything that we already know about ZoZo is all out there. Everything that is in the book is already out there. The book just kind of makes it, more understandable as to what ZoZo actually is. So my personal opinion, and I'm very glad for this, is that from reading this book, I've come to the conclusion that ZoZo is not real. For me, that's what I got. That's what I've gathered from the book. ZoZo is either real or he is not. To me, no. ZoZo is not real. So that gave me more empowerment, kind of taking that power back on that entity. So basically, really, all ZoZo is an archetypal energy, the embodiment of everything negative that one can experience from a Ouija session. Everything negative. The embodiment of just drug use, drinking, and just all of these crazy things. So I did do my own research with ZoZo, and I was heavily on pain pills when I did them. When I did all the research and when I used the board to actually contact ZoZo, and now that I look back at it, seeing how ZoZo came in and masqueraded as different entities like Satan, honestly, I do not think that was ZoZo now. I honestly think it was my subconscious. It was my subconscious mind. Everything in the book has led me to believe that ZoZo is not real. A very good read, though. Very good read. Just some of the experiences were just insane, and you get brief snippets of the history of the shocking board. So it's just basically you have the dark side of the board, and that's what ZoZo is. So honestly, yeah, I just the letter Z, and the levels of experience or levels of different encounters and levels of ZoZo encounter attacks. To me, basically, everything is... Oh God, how do I want to word this? This is difficult because it's such a good book. Okay, so how am I going to word this, you guys? I need help wording this. Basically for me, what I've learned. I honestly believe ZoZo is nothing more than just a thought form that has been given even that much more power through the book, through the internet. I see the history. I see, like the synchronicities. I do see them. I don't see them as synchronicities. I see them as pure coincidences because I just now, that I've read and I completely fully understand. I don't believe him. I do not believe that ZoZo is real. So to me, no, he's not an actual being. He is just an archetypal energy that is just a waste. So basically everything in the book is already out there on the internet floating around. As far as going into the music and really delving and over analyzing the music and the meanings, and then the Led Zeppelin and ZoZo, the cover, and then you have all these different sigils, Saturn, ZoZo sigils for Saturn. It goes into sigil magic, Aleister Crowley. It goes into spares magic, which is very sexual magic, chaos magic, and it's all connected with the Led Zeppelin thing. From the beginning of the book, it just totally made sense. And then it goes in to tell you, basically it just, it even connects the Wizard of Oz, a children's movie and book, to the ZoZo phenomenon, which, I'm trying to understand how the connection, I don't understand that connection whatsoever besides Oz. I've never seen the letter Z as being evil or negative. So, everything in the book is incredible. It's an incredible read, very informative. I just don't believe in ZoZo anymore. I don't think he's real. I don't think my stomach is seriously upset. I don't think, he's an actual being. I think it just blew up with the internet. It blew up with the internet. I do see a lot of connections in history, historical. And then, there's the connection with Lilith, which, saying Lilith is, evil and she's a demon, and no, she's not. Having the ravens and the crows, and basically, later on in the book, basically going in and it almost felt like, to me, it was demonizing paganism again, like Christianity did. So, a very good book, but I just feel it demonized a lot of, like Lilith, Samael. It brings Wicca into it, Aleister Crowley, the music. I think it was just personally, way overanalyzed. And I can see that because I'm an analytical Virgo, and I will go and I will, look for everything, every sign, everything possible to, come to my conclusion. And that's my conclusion is, the book helped me to realize that ZoZo it really isn't anything. It's an it. It takes on different personifications, different personalities. I honestly think it's a giant, an archetypal energy, a thought form. Just like, I create thought forms. We all create thought forms. But I'm just not seeing the connections with, like, the Wizard of Oz, and then we have these African tribes. The Zo were very powerful people. I'm not seeing the connection. I don't see history. I see the history, and I completely understand where the history is, and I understand it, but I don't see how it matches up. And then, it goes into more, like, chaos magic, and it further demonizes it basically demonizes the entire Ouija board. But then again, it's just it's very mixed. It's very mixed. It goes back and forth. So the crow and the raven, I find, they're my watchers. I love those. Odin was demonized again, and I don't know why. Lilith, a lot of pagan deities and goddesses that I feel should not be demonized were demonized. I love the book. I love the book. I do. Just to me though, it would just, everything that I'm getting from it would be, it's just like a mass hysteria. A mass hysteria. Just some of the experiences are very strange. Yes, okay, so here's a brief excerpt from the book. So this is from chapter 11, Who is ZoZo? So this is kind of what I feel. So ZoZo and his alter egos exhibit all the traits of a trickster spirit or even a demon, but do we really know who or what ZoZo is? Throughout our research, we looked for a common dark thread that could connect the different aspects of the phenomenon throughout history, and also modern outbreak of ZoZo encounters on spirit boards. We found many threads woven together in mysterious ways. ZoZo is very manipulative, said John Zephas. There is a good intelligence base to it. ZoZo can seem like a child spirit, deceased relative to our loved one, and it has ties to multiple types of things, negative energy, and even ancient deities. See, I don't see that tie. I don't see the connection between ZoZo, a very low level astral being. I don't see the connection with any type of ancient deity, or I don't see Mama as Lilith, and then bringing in Wicca, and I don't understand. I don't understand. I love the book, so it cleared up, Darren cleared up everything for me. Cleared it up, so I know it's not real, to me, personally. Yes, I think it's mass hysteria. I think it has become, like a legend. I don't think it'll ever go away. Ever. Never, ever, ever. It will never go away. Just like Slender Man, I think it's one of those things that just kind of poof, blew up. So I don't, I can't back, my feelings up, if that makes sense. I don't see any, connection to ZoZo with, like Azazel. I was even mentioned, Lucifer, witchcraft was mentioned, Lilith, demonology, chaos magic, sigil magic. Just, I feel it, I feel like a lot of pagan deities were demonized once again, through the book. There's one thing that I will read to you guys. So yes, the whole entire, going back with the Led Zeppelin and the, Crowley, Aleister Crowley, I don't see those as synchronicities. I see those as just pure coincidences, and I'm a firm believer in synchronicity. But it doesn't make any sense to me. It even comes up in like, yeah, there it is. Alright, in medieval Jewish thought, Saturn was viewed as the star of evil that brings misfortune. In Zoharic tradition, the Zohar is the key called Kabbalistic text dating to the 19th century, Saturn, Hebrew, it's personified and feminized, and is equated with Lilith. Saturn constitutes the quintessential anti-Sabbath force. Thus the wordplay contains the words I, Sabbath, meaning no Sabbath. In numerology, Z and 0 or O both correspond to the number 7. The correlation of the 7th day, Saturday, with Saturn, the 7th planet, was initially recorded in the 1st century BCE by the Latin poet Tibullus, and so it became a commonplace in the Greco-Roman world. The letter Z contains 2 inverted 7s in its signature. Saturn is held to be in charge of famine, tragedy, poverty, destruction, illness, bodily injury, death, and sin. These astrological conceptions were largely absorbed into Zoharic literature, Saturn now becoming the demonic Lilith. See, I'm not vibing with Lilith being evil or a demon. No. Jamarsha, is a Syro-Babylonian Greek system of code and numerology, later adopted into Jewish culture, that designed numerical value to a word or phrase in the belief that words or phrases with identical numerical values bear relation to each other. The common name I have come up with for ZoZo using all 3 Hebrew, English, and simple gematria systems is Lilith. So I firmly disagree with that. I don't know. I feel like paganism and witchcraft and a lot of pagan gods are being demonized again, and that's who I work with, Lilith. So according to the books of the Zohar, Lilith was the first wife of Adam, who refused to be subservient to him and left. She returned as the serpent to tempt Eve with the forbidden fruit in paradise. Lilith ultimately became the wife of Samael, chief of the Satans and prince of the devils, and mother of all the demons. As the mother of all demons, Lilith would be common to all demons, and thus share a collective consciousness with them. This may especially manifest in ZoZo sessions with the female attribute of the mama entity. See, it just, I love it. I love the book. It's just very demonizing. Very demonizing to pagan culture and ancient pagan deities that should not be demonized at all. But I'm very, very glad that I got to read that book. I'm very glad. It is so well written. Darren's experiences are incredibly terrifying. Thank you, Darren. They are very terrifying experiences. But yeah, it's just, everything is just everything is put out. I think the book is meant for you to interpret it yourself and come to your own conclusion on what you read from the book and how you interpret that. So I don't. The book has made me come to the realization and conclusion that ZoZo is not real. Not real for me. So it's like almost this giant weight has been lifted. And it's like in the back of my head, I know, okay, no, there's no ZoZo. It's just mass hysteria, mass craziness, just like Slender Man. All these insane, encounters and the Slender Man, the ZoZo phenomenon even, brings up the Slender Man and the different mythologies and the different folklore. I'm still confused though. about the Wizard of Oz, how that comes into play. I don't understand. But yeah, I really honestly think it's just become mass hysteria. That's what the book has taught me. Okay. Yeah, and then, yes, everything is being, demonized. Jinns are being demonized again. So yeah, I don't, I'm not going to put much focus on ZoZo anymore whatsoever, because I don't want it. Even if it is, an archetypal energy cannot go away. So whatever you want to call it, the bad side of the Ouija, everything that you don't want to experience, the bad side of humanity, I think that's what ZoZo is. The embodiment of everything that is negative. But I still don't understand the Z and the O, the importance of the letter. I don't see it. It doesn't register. I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to read the book again. And it goes into, Enochian magic, Aleister Crowley, even the Kabbalah. It goes into the Kabbalah too. So yeah, Enochian magic, magical names and words. I'm just not seeing where, the connections are. I don't see the connections in history. I mean, I see them, but I don't see them as synchronicities at all. But I'm trying to find the part about the Wizard of Oz. And I still don't understand where the Wizard of Oz came into play with this. I mean, just because OZ. Okay, and then, the Blackbird connection. So in the Basque language, ZoZo, well, actually in Haitian Creole, ZoZo means penis. So it's a slang word, too, in Haitian Creole. So in Basque language, ZoZo means crow or blackbird. Blackbirds in general are messengers from the spirit world. Crows and ravens are found on many talking board designs, probably because of their association with magic, prophecy. Darren has mentioned earlier found preserved dead blackbirds with the original ZoZo board, and then found an unexplained supernatural experience with ravens while filming I Am ZoZo. The Norse god Odin keeps a pair of ravens bys, which he sends out every morning to make note of everything going on around the world. The birds even talk to the dead. Odin himself has the ability to shapeshift into a raven. In fairy lore, fairies shapeshift into crows, and when they make mischief, the devil is said to favor black forms such as blackbirds and black dogs. In Irish lore, the triple goddess known as the Morrigan, represented by Macha, But, and Nemain, who is sometimes replaced by a Nund, take the form of crows and ravens, then fly over battlefields to instigate fighting and pluck the souls of the slain. So, it's, and then it says in the Bible, the raven is considered an unclean bird, along with the owl. In Christian lore, ravens symbolize the sins of gluttony, theft, and false teaching, and carrying off the souls of the damned. It was once believed that the evil priests became ravens when they died. The song of the blackbird, a type of thrush, is associated with sexual temptation. According to the lore, the devil, in the form of the blackbird, flew into the face of Saint Benedict in order to stir within him sexual desire. The saint tore off his clothes and jumped into a thorn bush in order to quench the desire. And reportedly, he was never troubled by lust again. All of those negative associations are significant when applied to the behavior of the talking board ZoZo. who is deceitful, often delivers prophetic messages of death. He makes threats of killing, expresses lust, indicates that spies on people, and seems to shapeshift from one alter ego to another, even into masquerades of the dead. So I'm not seeing the connection. I see a big connection with Christianity and ZoZo. I can see the big connection there. But with paganism, ZoZo, I don't see any connection whatsoever. I don't think they should be connected. Odin just seems to be, the Fae folk, and they seem, after I read the book, I was like, oh wow, the Fae folk seem evil. Odin seems evil. Blackbirds seem evil. So it just kind of didn't vibe with me too well. Okay, here's the part with the Wizard of Oz, which I find very strange. I don't understand this whatsoever. Okay, one of those synchromysticism connections I love these words. These words are amazing. All these coin phrases, I love them. Can be found in The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, 1900, a children's novel by L. Frank Baum, and immortalized in 1939 in the film The Wizard of Oz, starring Judy Garland. The story follows the adventures of young Dorothy, who, with her dog Toto, is swept up by a tornado and deposited in the magical land of Oz. She is informed by the good witch that the only way she can get back home to Kansas is to find the all-powerful, terrifying Wizard of Oz, and to appeal for his help. After many adventures, Dorothy discovers that Oz, who is hidden behind a curtain, is only a humbug and an ordinary man with no special powers, who has managed to pull off a fraud. All ends well for Dorothy and her traveling companions, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow. The wizard exits Oz by the same way he arrived, via a hot air balloon. So, and then, going into, the synchronicity, or the connection with watching The Wizard of Oz, while playing The Dark Side of the Moon with Pink Floyd. I don't know. I don't see any connection with The Wizard of Oz. I don't see any connection with the Jinns. I don't know. I do not know, you guys. Oh yeah, in Voodoo, ZoZo is a term for penis, yes. Haitian Creole. So yeah, I like it. But I really do think a lot of things are demonized and they shouldn't be. So it really, really goes on. It really goes on. I mean, I just think, yeah, incredible read. It got 5 stars on Amazon. Definitely. So, to actually understand ZoZo and the entire ZoZo phenomenon, you have got to read the book. And you have got to come to the conclusion in your own mind whether ZoZo is real or not. Is he real to you? Is he real to me? Does it matter? ZoZo is not real to me. I can't find him, in history. I can't find, like we have in traditional witchcraft and in paganism, you can go back and you can find, hardcore proof. And I just didn't see that. I see mass hysteria, a lot of drinking, and a very dark mindset just a very dark mindset. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to read the book again. I think ZoZo is just the embodiment of everything that is negative. So, to me, the word ZoZo would mean just nothing at all. So, But yeah, like I said, everything in the book is already out here. Most of it. So do get the book. Do get the book. Because it's going to be good. You're going to like it. You're going to understand it more. It opened me up a little more to understand it better. The way Darren writes is incredibly plain and blunt. And I love it. Rosemary is phenomenal in her research and everything that she's researched. And all of it. It's seriously super incredible book. But I do feel a lot of things were demonized, like Odin and the Morrigan and Lilith. I don't see any connection whatsoever with Lilith or any pagan god or goddess, and ravens and crows and blackbirds. Those don't represent evil to me. Those are good things. Those are good vibes. So, I don't know. I'm uncertain. I'm very uncertain now. I did all the videos with ZoZo in them. All of them were pretty much experiments. When I first found out about ZoZo, I thought to myself, okay, let's see how far I can take this. Let's see if I can push it and contact this entity. And I did. And now I think it was just my own subconscious mind. I honestly do. If it wasn't, then I must have been tapping into that archetypal energy, ZoZo. But yes. It does give you tips, though. Very good ones on how to avoid ZoZo, what to do if you encounter that type of energy on the board, how to get rid of it. Personally, for me, what I did was say, fuck off, and ZoZo went away. But now that I've read the book, and it's fresh in my mind, I'm gonna have to, read it again, obviously, because it's a good read. I just feel like a lot of things were demonized. Like ceremonial magic. Just a lot of pagan deities. And I still don't understand the Wizard of Oz thing. Yes, I think it just all kind of stems from when, we were in school. We would play records. Yes, records. Backwards. Vinyl records. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, have all of those. Led Zeppelin, have all those. Have the cover. I saw the symbol. In my mind, I can't make any connection to ZoZo. It just doesn't. There's no connection. I feel like there's a missing link somewhere. But it's like chasing, I don't know. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack to specifically pinpoint what ZoZo is, or who ZoZo is. That's how I felt. Other than that, I thought it was very well written, very good book, very awesome cover, amazing and incredible stories. And I just don't, that's just my opinion. But yes, it's a definite another read. I will definitely be reading it again. And hopefully, I did try to go back and research more, on Lilith, the Morrigan, Odin. I don't see any connection. None. Lilith, she's a daemon. She's not evil. Lucifer is not evil. The Morrigan is not evil. And if you can sum up ZoZo in one word, it would be Lilith. Why? I don't understand that part. I don't. I actually kind of took offense to that because of the connection that I have with Lilith, and just the spiritual path that I'm personally on. So, but that's good. It's a good thing. It's meant to stir and cause a reaction within yourself. So, I don't think ZoZo's ever going to go away. I don't think he'll ever go away. I think he's here to stay. Basically, another Bloody Mary, Slender Man, another Black-Eyed Children concept. So yes, that's how I view it. It's how I view ZoZo now. Just everything negative about having an experience with the board. Everything that is supposedly supposed to go bad during a Ouija session. He is basically the flip side of the board. In the beginning of the book, I still love the book, you guys. I seriously do. I love it. The original ZoZo board. The back of the ZoZo board had ZoZo on it, and it also had what looks like the algal symbol, which is not evil. That is not an evil symbol. So I see the connection there. If you can look right there, the flip side of the Ouija, it almost, with the wings, it almost resembles the algal symbol. But I can't make that connection. I can't do that because that is part of my practices. So I do believe for a lot of people that ZoZo's real. That he's very real for a lot of people, and that's very sad. That it's another scapegoat to okay, well, I had a bad experience, so I'm gonna say ZoZo was the reason for that bad experience. I had a few nightmares after using the board, and then the next day I saw the letter Z. So I'm gonna say ZoZo was the reason for that weird dream and seeing that letter Z and seeing the crow. Honestly, yeah, it's a very good book, but I don't see any connection. No connections in history. I need to do some more research. I do. But I don't think it's ever going to go away. I think ZoZo's here to stay. So yeah. It's very dark book. But I still, Rosemary and Darren, you're still amazing people. Thank you for sending me the book. Thank you for letting me, be a part of the entire thing. But yeah, it's a very good read. A very good read. So that is why I say, really, ZoZo's nothing. He is nothing. It's almost like that book gave me the willpower, much more willpower to take even more power back from this, if it even is an archetypal energy, or a thought form, or a tupla, something that's been created. I don't see how it's real. Like my thought forms I create, that's what I'm seeing ZoZo as. Something that has just been building and building and building and building. And just poof, it exploded and took on a life of its own with the internet. It spread like wildfire with the internet. Yeah, with the whole Led Zeppelin thing and all that. everybody associates musicians with the devil, with some kind of pact. So, recently Pink was targeted and attacked, saying that she had to sell her soul again to release her new album, or her new single for Alice Through the Looking Glass. So, Pink was demonized, which is strange. But yes, a lot of pagan deities were demonized again, and I didn't care for that. But overall, it was an extremely amazing read. Extremely amazing. So, yes, everybody go get the book. Get it, read it, decipher, dig for yourself, and I think that you will find your truth. You'll definitely find your truth. Just don't give it, don't overthink it, don't overanalyze it, because trying to bridge those gaps will drive you insane. I'm not even going to begin to try to fill in the gaps and research more, because it's just kind of like, okay, ZoZo's been dismissed out of my brain. So, yeah, I don't see the connection with ZoZo in anything at all. I don't see any of it. See it in writing, it just doesn't register. So, I don't know. I might do another review. I mean, it was an amazing read. Very, very, very good to read. Literally had me on the edge of my seat. Literally. Because of the incredibly crazy stories. But yeah, I think a lot of it is over analyzing. But that's just my personal opinion. Because coming from a Virgo perspective, that would, to me, would be over-analyzing, over-analytical, digging too deep to find meaning, and I thought, the book would prove to me that ZoZo is real, but the book actually opened my eyes to see that ZoZo is not real. So I don't know what it has done for anybody else that has actually read the book. I don't know how anybody else feels about the book. So, it does get a 5-star. Definitely 5-star. For being such a phenomenal book. And, I don't know, what do you guys think? People that have read the book, what do you guys think? I hope I didn't give away, too much. Because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Because, yes, still, go out and get the book. It's amazing. I just don't see any connection. I mean, I guess ZoZo could be the shadow self, too. Going within the shadow self to find and transform those demons into daemons. Who knows? Who honestly really knows? I don't. But my mind tells me, and my brain, my gut tells me that ZoZo's not real. For me. So I have dismissed ZoZo from my mind, my life, for once and for all. So I really think, that was a very positive thing. A very positive thing came from reading that book. And actually forcing myself, or not forcing myself, being on those kinds of medicines and pain pills, and contacting ZoZo. I just think, it made it. I think it was either my mind, my subconscious mind, or I was tapping into that archetypal energy. Whatever it was, whatever it is. Yeah. But, I love the story. I love the story. I love the concept of ZoZo. The folklore. I love it all. I love seeing the history of demons and everything. It's a very good book. Very good book. So, very well written. Very, very well written. The cover's amazing. Your son did an amazing job. An amazing job. I loved that Karen was in the book. I read her experience. So yeah, she basically did the same thing I did. She encountered him and just pretty much said, "You're not welcome, now go." And she's never had a problem since. So, I think it's up to everybody to read the book themselves and come to the conclusion if ZoZo is real for you, or if ZoZo is just something of the imagination. Then the imagination can manifest. So we don't know. We don't know for sure. For me, no. No, he's not real. It's not real. It does not embody Lilith to me. None of it. It does not resemble any deity or demon in history. I don't see that connection. I don't. Demons are better. They are better than ZoZo. That's just my opinion, though. So hopefully, it's not a bad review. It's not. It's just my honest opinion. So, all in all, yes, very, very good book. Very, very good book. 5 stars, definitely. So everybody, read your copy. Read it. Thoroughly read it. And then decide for yourself what you think ZoZo is, or if it's, if you're going to harbor the ZoZo within yourself and let it control. So, I don't feel like he's ever going to go away. Not with the internet, and not with the book, and not with everything that's going on in the movie, and, I just think it's another urban legend. That's how I view everything now. That's how I view it all. But it's still an incredible book. Incredible. I'm very, very, very humbled to have received a signed copy. And it is just a very magical gift that helped me to transform more of my own inner demons into daemons. So, very, very, yes, I love it. I do. So, alright guys, that's my review. It was, everything in my head is just in my head. I'm totally sick, so it's not that great of a review. I feel like I could have done better. But that's my honest opinion, though. I love the book. I do. I love all the excerpts and the stories and everything in it. It's incredible. It's very incredible. And I just hope nothing, bad happens to anybody else like it did with you, Darren. I hope that doesn't ever happen again. I hope it doesn't happen to anybody else. I don't want to see anybody have self-fulfilling prophecies happen. So yeah, go out, get the book, read it, and decide for yourselves. Because it's very good, very worthwhile. Very worthwhile. And I think you guys are going to love it. So, it's either going to lead you in one direction, or you're either going to be like, oh my god, I have got to research this more, and I've got to figure out who this is. I've got to be, I've got to contact this ZoZo thing on the board. So you're going to go one or two ways, or you're going to be in the middle and just be like, meh. But still, fabulous, fabulous book. Amazing. And yeah, that's my review. So, alright guys. I'm off to the doctor. I'm tired of being sick, so. Darren, thank you so much for this. This, seriously, is very sentimental. It's very sentimental to me. I will always keep this very safe, and it's going to always be close to my heart. I'm very, very, very happy that you have your book is out, and I'm very happy that everything is, kind of coming to light with ZoZo. So, my many thank yous. You're such an amazing person. Rosemary, you're incredible. Such a sweetheart. John, all of you. Merch, everybody, Karen, I love you all so much. You're all amazing. Ouija family. So, yeah. I'm going to read the book again, and then I'll come back, and I'll probably do another review. But, Darren, your Amazon review, yes, very good. Very good. So, I hope you read it. I hope you read it. I posted a picture of the book with the book. And I hope you like your review on Amazon. I hope you like this review. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, but that's just how that's how I interpreted it. That's how my mind interpreted everything. And I'm still processing things too. So, my mind could change. And I have to go back and read it again. Because, it's that good. It's going to be read multiple times. So, my opinions may change. I don't know yet. I don't know for sure. So hopefully, amazing and fantastical things will come from reading it again. And maybe more things will be brought to light. I don't know. So, yeah. ZoZo is the embodiment of everything negative of a Ouija session. So it's basically the fear of the Ouija board. A phobia is how I'm coming to terms with it. I think. Yeah, that's my opinion. So, amazing book though, everybody. It's very incredible. Very incredible. Darren, your writing, the way you write, I love it. So easy to read. An easy read. And it's just incredible. You're an incredible man. And I'm very blessed to have you, call you a friend. So, alright guys, yes, Dr. Time, so I love you all very much with all my heart. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. And people that have read the ZoZo book, let me know what you think too. So, I'm definitely going to be rereading this quite a few more times. It's it draws you in. Even if you just want to read it for the suspense, it draws you in. It's incredible. Incredible. So, alright guys, I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys later. And I love you all, and really, thank you guys for watching.